the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 290,000 participants here in Missouri who take part in high school sports or activities.
Research.
Test. Test. Testing. Test.
And the Waynesville Tigers are going to be receiving the opening kickoff. All right. Let's play some football.
Testing. There we go. Sorry about that. Microphone issue. So Tigers will receive the ball here. We are at Springfield, Missouri, Hillcrest High School. Tigers and Hornets will battle it out. And while we wait, we're going to take a quick video PSA and we'll be right back.
I'm here to share some simple steps you can take to help protect yourself and others.
Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Wash your hands often with soap and water for 20+ seconds.
Cover your cough or sneeze with a tissue.
Clean and disinfect surfaces and objects. Wash hands after touching commonly used items.
Together, we can help slow the spread.
So back here at Hillcrest High School, first quarter about to kick off. And I might try the clock a little bit here, but for now I'll just kind of keep you updated on what the time is in the ball game. Hillcrest kicks off to the Tigers. Hillcrest in the blue, Tigers in the white with orange. And the kick is up. We have a flag. Oh, we have a fair catch. So we're going to start, and looks like the 31 is where we're going to start. Tigers will start out on offense. 11:58 on the clock. Tigers, twins on the right, single receiver on the left, hand off. Waynesville, very short gain on the play, probably about 2-3 yards.
Handoff goes to Richardson, good for a gain of about 4.
So that's second down now for Waynesville. Richardson with the run. And this time unbalanced on the left side, it looks like, for Waynesville. Receiver now out on the right. Waynesville back for the pass. That is incomplete. No one able to get it. That'll bring up third down. I want to thank Security Bank of Pulaski County and American Family Insurance agent Teresa Stafford for making these games possible, these away games. If you need insurance needs, get a hold of American Family Insurance and all your banking needs. Check out Security Bank for many services. That is a first down run by the Tigers.
Inside handoff goes to Plummer, good for a first down for the Tigers.
So Plummer with the run that time. So Tigers now 1st and 10. Once again, similar set, possibly another pass coming out of this. This is another handoff.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
So that's going to be a loss of about a yard. Looked like a broken play on that one. Clock does continue to run here. That's going to be 2nd and 11. Once again, thank you for joining us here for some Tiger football. This is our Security Bank game of the week. They provide a sponsorship for a game every week between the Waynesville Tigers amongst the other area teams. Next week will be... Next week, I believe, I will find out what we have going next week scheduled. That's Bradford with the run that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 4. So we are the early game of the night. Most games beginning at 7. Another run. This will be right at the chains. Probably a first down unless if they measure. It might require a measurement. That's going to be on the 45 in the Hornet territory now. They're trying to get on 4th down. It's not working. Handoff. That 4th is going to become a 1st, so we're going to have another 1st and 10.
Usually in the area where you see holding as the call, we'll find out.
But we do have a flag on the play. So holding, it's going to be 4th and 11 instead of 1st and 10. Roughly 4th and 11. Depending on where it goes. Tigers, they're going to get moved back. Not quite 4th and 11, but 4th and about 5. And we got a timeout. We'll be back in... So timeout by Waynesville. Will be back after this PSA. Why did we not start? Here, let's try this again.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education.
So 1st and 10 turned into 4th and about 5 after the hold on the play. And my clock did not stop. There is 8:46 remaining still in the first quarter.
Hi, daughter.
Tigers set up, not sure. They're going to do a sweep. They're going to get a first. They're on their feet. That's going to be a touchdown for Waynesville.
Touchdown, Waynesville.
We have no flags on the play, so Tigers will score first on the board. 8:37 remains in the first quarter. Hillcrest coming in looking for their first win. Tigers have a victory over Parkview in week 1. Both these teams, Hillcrest Class 4, Waynesville Class 5. So extra point, they're going to go for 2, it looks like. Conversion, that is going to be good. So that'll make it 8-0. We'll be back in 1 minute here for more football. Find the 1 minute one here. How about we'll just play this and we'll be right back.
Good.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Oh boy. We just found it. Our back and forth. Victory. Fumble. Repeat. It always.
So back here, Hillcrest High School, Tigers on the board first, 8-0 lead. That is kicked. My clock is not official, by the way, so I will update with the game clock. Hillcrest in trouble. If they get by one person, they're not, but they will barely make it to the 20-yard line. We have a player that is down. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back after this PSA. Why did it not work?
We're wealthy, so we don't have a ton of money back, but I'm a decent mom, so maybe we could provide a home for a child. We didn't want our boys to be displaced by a baby at the time. They were only 5 and 7. I registered with Adopt US Kids, and then I would spend probably 3 or 4 hours at night after the kids went to bed looking. My husband laughs and says I probably knew every child between the ages of 10 and 16. The teenagers don't really have a lot of people who want to adopt them, it seems, but they still need a home. So of course, I had tons of reservations, and so did my husband, about all the scary things that can happen when you adopt.
Back here, Hillcrest will start out 1st and 10, first offensive drive of the ball game for the Hornets. Tigers looking, blitzing defense. That is incomplete, so that'll bring up 2nd down on the play.
Brings up a 2nd and 10 now for Hillcrest.
So 2nd and 23 from, looks like just shy of their 20-yard line, close 17-yard line or so, 18-yard line. Hillcrest, another pass. That is tipped. That is incomplete. So that'll bring up 3rd down. Once again, this is our Security Bank Game of the Week sponsored by Pulaski County, or Security Bank of Pulaski County. Proud supporters of the Waynesville Tigers and other area teams, including the Frisco League Tournament. And also Teresa Stafford of American Family Insurance. Proud supporter of the Waynesville Tigers and the Richland Bears of the local area, amongst also supporter of the Frisco League Basketball Tournament. That pass is incomplete. Wide open was the Hornets. He could have had some room on that run. So that's going to bring up 4th and a long way to go in the play so far. So looking for a quick kick here. Punt. Short little punt. Tigers will catch it. They're going to get stopped 45-yard line, maybe 46-yard line. And we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Have questions about the coronavirus?
I'm here to share some simple steps you can take to help protect yourself and others.
Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Wash your hands often with soap and water for 20+ seconds.
Cover your cough or sneeze with a tissue.
Clean and disinfect surfaces and objects. Wash hands after touching commonly used items.
Together, we can help slow the spread.
So 1st and 10 for the Tigers. And that's going to be a short gain, about 4 yards on the play. 2nd and 6 coming up. Keep trying to keep up the clock, so if I don't keep up, forgive me a little bit. Join us tomorrow. We will be at Gateway STEM High School in St. Louis for a doubleheader. Roosevelt and Vashon at noon. Tigers still on their feet. They're going to pick up about 15 yards on the play. Following that game, we'll have Gateway versus Carnahan in the Battle of the Cats. Jaguars and Cougars going at it. Tigers, tight running formation. We got a receiver kind of loose out there. And that's going to be a short gain for the Tigers. That's 2nd down. 2nd and maybe 10. So no gain on the play. Clock does continue to tick away. Once again, thank you for being here. Thank you for joining us today and supporting the Tigers and or Hornets if you're from Springfield. Another handoff. Tigers still on their feet. Still on their feet. That's going to be a touchdown. Tigers with the 2nd score of the ball game here. So 14-0 now in favor of Waynesville. Tigers coming off a loss to Lebanon And also a loss, very close loss to Kickapoo earlier the week before, off a 2-game homestand. They'll be back home next week, of course. So extra point for Waynesville. We're not kicking for some reason today. This will be good. And with that, we're up 16-0 Tigers. We'll be back after this 1-minute PSA. There we go. I found the 1-minute one for you.
Research continues to unearth the countless positive links between high school activity programs and education, including higher GPAs, better school attendance, higher levels of self-esteem, fewer emotional and behavioral problems, and less likelihood of obesity or abuse of drugs and alcohol. Established in 1920 and headquartered in Indianapolis, Indiana, the National Federation of State High School Associations is the national leadership organization for high school sports and performing arts activities, building awareness and support, improving the participation experience, establishing consistent standards and rules for competition, and helping those who oversee high school sports and activities. The NFHS attempts to minimize risk of participation for students through rules writing, injury surveillance, and utilizing the best practices from the medical community.
So back here, Tigers 16-0. They will kick off to Hillcrest. Hillcrest will field it about the 10. Hornets on their feet. Couple Tigers to beat. They have room. They're going into a swarm of Tigers about the 30-yard line. 6:21 now in the first quarter remain. And 1st and 10. Second offensive possession. Last one stalled out, and Tigers were able to score off of it. Hillcrest several missed passes on the play. Hopefully the audio is good. I guess I can listen to myself. It's working. Once again, join us. We'll be in St. Louis tomorrow at Gateway STEM High School for a doubleheader. That coverage provided by the St. Louis Public Schools. This coverage provided by Security Bank of Pulaski County, game of the week. Member FDIC, be sure to check them out. Hornets, they are free, ball loose, ball is picked up. Tigers, I believe, will come away with the ball. So Waynesville will get their 3rd offensive possession inside scoring territory already here. They're going to be about the 30-35 on the play. Oh, looks like 38-yard line. So just like that, Tigers up 16-0. Tigers have an opportunity to once again add to this lead early in the ball game. There is a running clock rule in high school. It's 35 points in the second half, I believe. Basketball, I believe it's 4th quarter. Tigers high snap on their feet. They're going to gain a few yards on it. 2nd and 7 for Waynesville.
And the Tigers take that ball down to the Hornet 35.
Also want to thank a big sponsor of ours the last several years, American Family Insurance agent Teresa Stafford, sponsor of the Richland Bears and the Waynesville Tigers. She's your local Waynesville St. Robert insurance agent for American Family Insurance. Give her a call. They insure everything from 4-wheelers to RVs to houses. Tigers again. They're going to gain some more ground. That's going to be a 3rd down. So 3rd and 5 on the play. So big changes coming here at Hillcrest. Partially new building being built. Very nice facility football-wise. Tigers again line up a couple receivers, but I would imagine we're going to stick with that inside handoff another sweep. Tigers free, and they're going to walk into the end zone. Touchdown, Waynesville. So 22-0, just like that here in Springfield. 4:48 left in the first quarter remain on the game clock. As I mentioned, mine is not the official clock. So Tigers looking to make a short trip out of this one to Springfield here, as couple close game with Kickapoo, not so close with Lebanon. However, this matchup is definitely, that's going to be no good. So 22-0 Tigers. We'll be back in 1 minute.
To unearth the countless positive links between high school activity programs and education, including higher GPAs, better school attendance, higher levels of self-esteem, fewer emotional and behavioral problems, and less likelihood of obesity or abuse of drugs and alcohol. Established in 1920 and headquartered in Indianapolis, Indiana, the National Federation of State High School Associations is the national leadership organization for high school sports and performing arts activities, building awareness and support, improving the participation experience, establishing consistent standards and rules for competition, and helping those who oversee high school sports and activities. The NFHS attempts to minimize risk of participation for students through rules writing, injury surveillance, and utilizing the best practices from the medical community. Learn more about the NFHS today. Take part. Get set for life.
So back here in North Springfield, Tigers up 22-0, failed two-point conversion. Waynesville once again kicks off to the Hornets. They receive the ball, so Hillcrest will get the ball at the second half. That kick is in the end zone, so Hillcrest will start at the 20. We're going to take a quick 15-second PSA if I have one. I do not have one, so we are not going to take one. But this is matchup tonight. 0-4 Hillcrest Hornets, 1-3 Waynesville Tigers. Security Bank game of the week. Also coverage provided by Misha coverage provided by Teresa Stafford, American Family Insurance. Once again, thank you for all your support. So Hillcrest lines up. They're probably going to throw the ball. There's at least 5 receivers out there. And that is a sack by the Tigers. So sack by Waynesville. That will move second and a long way to go. I'm going to guess about 16. It's a good number. So once again, multiple receivers, option for a handoff, and whistle will. So Hillcrest will call their first timeout. We're going to take a 30-second PSA here. We'll be right.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 290,000 participants here in Missouri who take part in high school sports or activities.
So back here, Springfield, Missouri, Tigers up 22-0. Hillcrest in the blue, Tigers orange and black out there. Hillcrest backed up near their 10-yard line after a tackle, or sack, I guess. 4:02 remains in the first quarter. Second and, I'm guessing 16 is a good number. We're going to have a flag. This is probably going to be against the Tigers for neutral zone infraction on the defense. So that's going to make it 2nd and 11 coming up. So a little bit better field position for Hillcrest. They're back near the line of scrimmage they originally were. This time snap off, inside handoff. Hillcrest, they'll pick up a few yards on the play.
Handoff goes to Nichols.
Nichols with the handoff for Hillcrest. That'll make it 3rd and 6, which is on the scoreboard, so we will stick with that. Hillcrest lines up. Possible handoff again. It is. This time that will not go very far. We're going to lose a couple yards on the play, so it's going to be 4th and 8. So 3rd drive the Tigers have forced as a 3 and out basically. The drive before that was a turnover on the Hornets after a fumble. So a little short punt. I'm surprised not going too much deeper on that. But not really an effort to block it. Tigers will take it. They're going to continue to keep this. They're still on their feet. Waynesville still on their feet, but they'll be brought down about the 45. So 2:29 remains. 1st and 10 for the Tigers now. Once again, thank you for joining us tonight. Hopefully you're having a good day. Our little warm-up game for the night here for, I guess, the other teams, as they don't start till 7. And we'll try to get some scores if we can, but I don't think we'll have a whole lot of options for scores due to our early start here. This is homecoming for Hillcrest, so there'll be some halftime activities going on here. Tigers with a 3-yard gain, 2nd and 7. So some of the JV kids coming in for Waynesville now. Looks like they're starting to sprinkle in some receivers in the play. Or running backs, not receivers. I'm sure there will be some receivers, but there's a point where you don't really worry about the all still loose. My camera froze up a little bit. Somehow the Tigers got free on that. Yeah, it did on the camera too, so I don't know what the issue was there. That's a 1st down for the Tigers. Clock continues to roll. So 1st and 10, they are near the 20-yard line, if not on the 20-yard line. So Waynesville, another inside handoff. Tigers still picking up yardage. They're going to be close to a touchdown if they do not. Looks like they're out. They are going to get the touchdown, so that'll make it 28-0 here in the 1st quarter. 1:33 remains on the clock in the 1st quarter. So once again, Waynesville, not sure why we're not kicking here, but it may be just to practice 2-point conversions. I mean, it never know. I'm not sure any issues going on with the Tigers, but they're doing a pretty good job right now. They've had 2, and they're going to make 3.
And that 2-point conversion is good.
So 30-0 now in favor of the Tigers. We'll be back after this 1-minute PSA.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education.
So back here, Tigers still in the huddle. Looks like some more JV players being sprinkled in this mixture here, giving them some experience. Waynesville so far put up 30 points on the board. That is a pretty good number, figuring we're still in the first quarter in this ball game. That is 52 for the kick. I do not have a roster, so I apologize. And that kick about the 30, it's fielded. Hillcrest has some room, though. They will be brought down. Looks like no gain on the return.
And the Hornets bring that kickoff out just shy of their own 30.
So Hillcrest will start 1st and 10 from near their own 30-yard line. Once again, thank you, American Family Insurance and Security Bank of Pulaski County, for making this coverage happen. And thank you, Waynesville High School, for allowing me to be here, along with Hillcrest High School for allowing me to be here. Hillcrest trying to get a false, well, not a false start, but a neutral zone infraction. That pass is complete. That ball is going to be loose, though, after the tackle. Hillcrest able to recover, but they're going to lose a few yards on the play. It's going to be 2nd and about 13. This is also a associate production with Allen Hilliard Sports and the Missouri Sports Network. Be sure to check them out, both on all your various platforms that you would like to look at. Official game clock is 1:09, so I'm not sure why the clock was stopped there. But official game clock now under a minute. We'll catch up as soon as we can. That's going to make it 3rd and 10 yards. So with that, we're 3rd and 10.
So you said that wasn't Waynesville's camera, this other one?
No, that one's mine. You could use it if you need to.
Oh, so that one's yours and that one?
So Tigers, my camera had a little bit of a glitch for whatever reason. Hillcrest on the defense. And the clock will continue to run. That's going to end the first quarter. So we're going to go to a break here. Tigers up 30-0 in 1 minute.
Positive links between high school activity programs and education, including higher GPAs, better school attendance, higher levels of self-esteem, fewer emotional and behavioral problems, and less likelihood of obesity or abuse of drugs and alcohol. Established in 1920 and headquartered in Indianapolis, Indiana, the National Federation of State High School Associations is the national leadership organization for high school sports and performing arts activities, building awareness and support, improving the participation experience, establishing consistent standards and rules for competition, and helping those who oversee high school sports and activities. The NFHS attempts to minimize risk of participation for students through rules writing, injury surveillance, and utilizing the best practices from the medical community. Learn more about the NFHS today. Take part. Get set for life.
So back here, Hillcrest High School, start of the second quarter. And Tigers force another 4th down on the Hornets. 30-0, 12 minutes to go in the first half now. So Hillcrest with a punt once again, third 3 and out, fourth drive. The Tigers have come back with the ball. Waynesville run into each other, but they're still moving, and they're going to make it just shy of the 40. So 11:46 now remains in the second quarter. So ball will be spotted just right on the 40-yard line, it looks like. And it is 1st and 10 for the Tigers. Once again, Tigers coming into this game needing a win to really just get some points in the district. Right now, Branson ahead of the Tigers a little bit. And we're going to have a whistle for some reason, but if the Tigers are victorious here and Branson loses, then the Tigers will jump Branson, and we'll have a possible Rolla-Waynesville matchup in Rolla, which generally are much closer ball games. I'm not sure who took the timeout, but we're going to take a break, and I'll see.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 290,000 participants here in Missouri who take part in high school sports or activities.
Once again, this is also a presentation with association with Misha TV and Misha, so please remember, sportsmanship is the key to high school sports. This is a learning activity. The outcome of this game will be forgotten over time. However, the fans and things that happen will not. Tigers on their feet. They're going to get back to the first down marker. Clock does continue to tick away now. The silence. Pretty decent crowd here for Hillcrest, though. Waynesville looks like not quite the fans. This time the Tigers are off, though. And they're going to score a touchdown again. This will make it 36-0 for the Tigers early in this ball game. I want to thank Security Bank of Pulaski County and American Family Insurance agent Teresa Stafford for making these games possible, along with the Waynesville School District and Springfield School District for allowing us to be here. And don't forget to join us tomorrow, as we'll be in St. Louis for a doubleheader.
Did you get you a new camera? No, I had to figure it out myself.
That is, I believe, I don't know if that's good or not good. I still see 36, now 38 on the scoreboard, so that was good. So we will be back in 1 minute with more football. You can use this one if you can use that one if you need to. Okay.
Emotional and behavioral problems and less likelihood of obesity or abuse of drugs and alcohol. Established in 1920 and headquartered in Indianapolis, Indiana, the National Federation of State High School Associations is the national leadership organization for high school sports and performing arts activities, building awareness and support improving the participation experience, establishing consistent standards and rules for competition, and helping those who oversee high school sports and activities. The NFHS attempts to minimize risk of participation for students through rules writing.
So back here, Springfield, Waynesville coming out after having their Cheerios, I think is what you used to get. I don't remember. That ball once again will head in the end zone. So we're going to start 20-yard line. We're going to take a very short PSA and we'll be right back.
I'm here to share some simple steps you can take to help protect yourself and others.
Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Wash your hands often with soap and water for 20+ seconds.
Cover your cough or sneeze with a tissue.
Clean and disinfect surfaces and objects. Wash hands after touching commonly used items.
Together, we can help slow the spread.
So Hillcrest lines up, split receivers, 2 and 2, handoff option in the back. We're going to go for the pass. That is complete. They're going to be brought down with a short gain on that. Oh, they're going to pick up about 7 yards on the play, so good pass for the Hornets. That'll bring up about 2nd and 3. Very good crowd, as I mentioned earlier, Hillcrest crowd, but it's got some loyal Waynesville fans. Rick Vernon out there in the stands. We got quite a few other Waynesville locals attend nearly every football game as far as I can remember. That nearly picked off by the Tigers. That will be incomplete. Rick Vernon, former head coach for 30+ years for Waynesville, now an assistant at Missouri S&T in Rolla. Thank you for his service to Waynesville all those years. That's 3rd down now. It might be 3rd and 4, but I guess it's 4 yards instead of 3. Once again, looking for a pass. That one is incomplete also. So good attempt by both players, but that's going to bring up another 4 and out for the Hornets here. And Hornets again kind of in the danger zone. If you give them too much yardage, you're going to have an easy score. Tend to want to avoid that. But as I mentioned, tomorrow we'll be live at noon from Gateway STEM High School. Roosevelt and Vashon will square off to start the day at noon. At 4 p.m. we'll have Jaguars and Cougars of Gateway and Carnahan facing off. And flag on the play. If this was on the Tigers, it's a 1st down. And that is a 1st down, so Hillcrest first down of the ball game, I believe. Gotta watch those snaps. It's been several years since I've been here. Got a nice softball field, I believe, over there, or baseball field, or combo field it looks like. Trying to get the false snap here. That pass, that's complete. He's going to pick up some yardage on the play. That's going to be about a 5-yard gain, so 2nd and 5 for the Hornets. Both Hillcrest and Waynesville, very tough conference. You got Lebanon, Camdenton, Rolla, West Plains, Kickapoo. Some very strong schools in there. Parkview surprised a few people early at a couple of these ball games. COC also very competitive down here. Former Ozark Conference member Joplin joined that. Had some pretty big wins. That's incomplete. So that'll stop the clock. And that'll bring up 3rd down. Joplin, big win over Webb City, which earlier this year. Webb City also fell to Carthage, but Webb City still a very competitive Class 4 squad. So 3rd and 5 coming up. Probably another, well, we might have a run on this. Nope, this is going to be a pass. That is incomplete. Not able to reach it. 9:14 in the first half remains. Hornets will have to kick the ball back to the Tigers. This time they got a little bit more room to push the Tigers back. Tigers in the orange, Hillcrest in the blue. They are blue and orange, I believe, their colors. They look like more red on the uniforms, but they are definitely blue and orange. It is 4th. I don't know why I didn't update. Oh, they're going for it on 4th down. Well, I guess we're going for it on 4th down. I think they're trying to draw Waynesville off sides. And they're going to take their final timeout. So we'll be back after this 1-minute PSA.
To unearth the countless positive links between high school activity programs and education, including higher GPAs, better school attendance, higher levels of self-esteem, fewer emotional and behavioral problems, and less likelihood of obesity or abuse of drugs and alcohol. Established in 1920 and headquartered in Indianapolis, Indiana, the National Federation of State High School Associations is the national leadership organization for high school sports and performing arts activities, building awareness and support, improving the participation experience, establishing consistent standards and rules for competition, and helping those who oversee high school sports and activities. The NFHS attempts to minimize risk of participation for students through rules writing, injury surveillance, and utilizing the best practices from the medical community. Learn more about the NFHS today. Take part. Get set for life.
So 9:14 in the first half. Tigers up 38-0. They should get the ball back here. Hillcrest tried to get a offsides on the Tigers. Did not work to the plan. And I don't see a punter out there unless... I'd be wary of a fake here. And they're going for it. So they're not going to get it. That's going to be a 1st and 10. And Tigers will take over on offense. Tigers within the 40-yard line this time. Hillcrest at halftime will have their homecoming festivities. Tigers, another handoff. This time they're not going to gain. They're going to lose a yard on the play, so 2nd and 11 coming up for Waynesville. That is Bradford with a run. I do not have a roster, so I'm trusting the announcer. Tigers line up a few receivers, but I imagine we're going to have another handoff. We do. The handoff is good. Tigers still on their feet. They're going to be tripped up, though, just past the 20. Bradford with another run. That's inside the 20. So that's a 1st and 10. So Tigers line up again. Bradford appears in the back, ready for a handoff. I'm assuming that's what this is. And, well, this time the Hillcrest defense is there. They will stop it. They're going to make this 2nd and 10, maybe 11. Clock does continue to run. Official game clock is 8:05, so we're about 30 seconds different. Tigers once again, I'd say look for a handoff. It's actually 2nd and 9. They're going to be on their feet. That ball might have come loose. I think Hillcrest got it. And Hillcrest will take over. 7:41 on the official game clock. And the Hornets will get 1st and 10. That's the first takeaway they've had for the Tigers, at least. They've had a few decent plays in the ball game, but really the first good takeaway that they've taken. Inside their own 14-yard line. Hillcrest lines up. I would say we're going to be throwing the ball because there is no one close to that quarterback to hand it off to. They've had several 3-and-outs. That is, I believe that was complete. The announcer's it's about the same delay that I had there and debating whether that was a catch or not. But that will get the clock moving. That is helping the Tigers. They might have lost about half a yard, but we'll say 2nd and 10. Hillcrest lines up, receivers on both sides, one just out of view of the camera. This time it's a handoff. Tigers, they're not going to stop it. That's going to be a 1st down. So 1st and 10, Hillcrest, good run on the play. At this point, probably a lot of JV kids out there starting to get some experience. We still got some starters out there, though. Some starters need experience, too. A young Waynesville Tiger team. Also a very young Hornets team. Have JV and freshman matchups. Freshmen should try. That pass. That is on the ground. Tigers run it back. I believe it is ruled as a... Yep, he is down, so that will not be a touchdown. So 6:09 in the first half officially. I don't know if my thing froze on my stream also, but... that will not be a touchdown. That would have made this 44-0 if that was. Hillcrest 2nd and about 14. That is incomplete. So that'll bring up 3rd down. So once again, big 3rd down for Hillcrest. Hillcrest handoff option, but they're not going to use it. That is going to be a first. We got a flag, probably for pass interference on the play. If this is pass interference, that's an automatic first down. And we're going to have I think we're going to have a timeout by Waynesville. We're going to take a 1-minute PSA and we'll be back.
Research continues to unearth the countless positive links between high school activity programs and education, including higher GPAs, better school attendance, higher levels of self-esteem, fewer emotional and behavioral problems, and less likelihood of obesity or abuse of drugs and alcohol. Established in 1920 and headquartered in Indianapolis, Indiana, the National Federation of State High School Associations is the national leadership organization for high school sports and performing arts activities, building awareness and support, improving the participation experience, establishing consistent standards and rules for competition, and helping those who oversee high school sports and activities. The NFHS attempts to minimize risk of participation for students through rules writing, injury surveillance, and utilizing the best practices from the medical community. Learn more about the NFHS today. Take part. Get set for life.
So after the penalty, 5:52 on the official game clock. Hillcrest did pick up a first down on the interference call. Tigers in a somewhat prevent defense. And that is incomplete. That'll bring up 2nd and 10. So incomplete pass once again for Hillcrest. A little less on the passes, and I think he'll be okay. Got some good range for the quarterback of the Hornets, but it just takes a little bit of accuracy to work on it. That is handed off, and Tigers are going to be there for the stop. That's going to bring up 3rd and 11 maybe. 5:33, and the clock continues to roll. Left in the first half anyway. If you're here at halftime, they will have half. I don't know why my computer is slowing down like it is. I got something running in the background. I'll have to figure out what it is. Tigers with the interception on that, though. They're still on their feet. They're going to make it to near the 20. Waynesville will take over 1st and 10. And we got a flag down, though, down near the quarterback. So if this is roughing the passer, so that interception will be brought back, and that's an automatic first down for the Hornets. So that's the 3rd penalty that the Tigers have given Hillcrest to give them a first down so far. 4:50. I've got something using up a lot of resources here. I will find out what it is. And that snap will be bad. That'll force the clock to run. Wonder if that's causing it. I believe I have figured out my culprit. It is 2nd and about 14, by the way. I think that might solve my problem there, but it is 2nd and 14.
And penalty marker down to the secondary.
So 4:01 on the official game clock. Hillcrest with the penalty, so 2nd and 19 coming up. Everything's working good on the stream, so I just gotta figure out some computer kinks to figure out why it's drawing so much energy. However, that is caught. That is incomplete. So that is ruled incomplete. Looked like it was a good catch, but it was ruled incomplete on the play. And my replay is pretty much caught up, so I don't have a whole lot of time to look back on my live stream to check everything out. But I'd say that might have been a good catch. It's 3rd and it says 18 on the scoreboard. I would expect another pass coming out of this because that seems to be the way to go. It is. It's caught. Hillcrest on their feet. Tigers will bring them down, but they're going to get in Tiger territory. So once the chains are set, the clock will run. So that pass connected. As I mentioned earlier, you just tweak your pass a little bit, and they're going to start falling for Hillcrest. Problem is, they have a pretty deep hole they're working with right now. That one is dropped, so that will stop the clock. 2nd and 10. Tigers kind of playing a little safer on defense. They're allowing some passes that maybe they shouldn't be, but they're doing enough on defense to hold them back generally. That pass up, that is too far. A little quicker on the pass. He kind of looked up, looked for the ball. If he'd have kept running, that ball would have fell right in his hands. You never want to look for the ball. You always want to have it come to you. Because Waynesville had no chance of catching that pass. So 3rd and 10 for Hillcrest in Tiger territory, right at the 30-yard line. 2nd quarter from Springfield. That one is caught. That is going to be a touchdown. Hillcrest with the score. So that will connect for a touchdown for Hillcrest. That'll make it 38-6 in the ball game. And I'm not wonder if we're going to kick or we're going to go for 2. You may want to go for a lot of 2-pointers at this point. I don't see a kicker out. Well, we do have a kicker out there. So untimed down coming up for the kick. That is incomplete. 38-6. Waynesville with the lead. We'll be back in 1 minute with this PSA.
Unearth the countless positive links between high school activity programs and education, including higher GPAs, better school attendance, higher levels of self-esteem, fewer emotional and behavioral problems, and less likelihood of obesity or abuse of drugs and alcohol. Established in 1920 and headquartered in Indianapolis, Indiana, the National Federation of State High School Associations is the national leadership organization for high school sports and performing arts activities, building awareness and support, improving the participation experience, establishing consistent standards and rules for competition, and helping those who oversee high school sports and activities. The NFHS attempts to minimize risk of participation for students through rules writing, injury surveillance, and utilizing the best practices from the medical community. Learn more about the NFHS today. Take part. Get set for life.
And Hillcrest ready for the kickoff. 3:17 remains in the first half. Hornets with the kick. Ball will squib kick. It's going to make it all the way to the 10. Tigers recover it. They're going to be brought down about the 5-yard line. So good kick, good defensive play for Hillcrest. 3:12 remain in the first half. Tigers with offense. We'll be back after this PSA. So back here, Tigers ready to go. Some of these little breaks are a lot shorter than others, so sometimes things do get interrupted. We're going to have a whistle before the snap. This is against Waynesville, so they're going to be pushed back a little further on this. It's maybe by the 1-yard line. Thank you, everyone, from Springfield and Waynesville and wherever you are for watching tonight. That without American Family Insurance, Teresa Stafford, and Security Bank of Pulaski County, this coverage would not be possible. It's first and not sure what it is, but it's second down now. We'll see where the marker settles, about 2nd and 8. Tigers running down. Not sure if they're purposely running down the play clock, but something's happening out there. They're a little miscommunication. 6 seconds to get it off. 3, 2. They do get it off. Tigers still on their feet, but they're not going to get very far. They're going to maybe get a yard, so we're going to be third and about 6. We've got a whistle. Or do we got a timeout? We got a trainer going out there. Not sure. We're going to take a break. We'll be back. Oh, looks like we are maybe. Nope, we're going again here. Thought we wasn't sure what was going on, but 2:12 remains on the official game clock. It's 3rd and 6 for Waynesville. And 4th and 5 will be brought up. And we got a couple Tigers coming off, having some cramps of some sort. Clock will stop at 1:36 on the official game clock. So curious if we're going to have a... Not sure what we're doing here, but guess we'll find out in a minute here. It is 4th down for Waynesville. It might be 4th and 4. We're close to either way. We're going to have a timeout. We'll be back after this PSA.
Research continues to unearth the countless positive links between high school activity programs and education, including higher GPAs, better school attendance, higher levels of self-esteem, fewer emotional and behavioral problems, and less likelihood of obesity or abuse of drugs and alcohol. Established in 1920 and headquartered in Indianapolis, Indiana, the National Federation of State High School Associations is the national leadership organization for high school sports and performing arts activities, building awareness and support, improving the participation experience, establishing consistent standards and rules for competition, and helping those who oversee high school sports and activities. The NFHS attempts to minimize risk of participation for students through rules writing, injury surveillance, and utilizing the best practices from the medical community. Learn more about the NFHS today. Take part. Get set for life.
So Tigers, I don't know what we're doing here. I'm assuming we're going to punt the ball, but nope, we're going to run it. They're still on their feet. That's a first. They're going to make it just past the first down marker, so that will bring this 1st and 10. Clock was stopped at 1:02. So he must have stepped out of bounds or been hit out of bounds. Normally if they're hit in bounds and they go out, it doesn't stop. So 1st and 10 for Waynesville. Another handoff. Tigers. Well, they're still moving around. They're going to pick up at least 2 yards on the play. 2nd and 8. Waynesville in the orange, Hillcrest in the blue. It's not quite dark yet, and it is almost halftime, which is pretty impressive for a football game this time of year. This is going to be a pass. Oh, this is definitely a pass. That is caught. Tigers downfield. That's going to be a touchdown.
No flags down. Touchdown, Waynesville Tigers.
Now we have flags on the play. 18 seconds on the official game clock.
If their roster wasn't written in like number 4 font, I tell you who caught that.
If the roster wasn't written in number 4 font, I agree with him, by the way. But it looks like that is a touchdown. Tigers may be kicking it this time. So 44-6 now. It is a touchdown. Extra point is up. Extra point is good. 45-6. We'll be back in 1 minute after this PSA.
Research continues to unearth the countless positive links between high school activity programs and education, including higher GPAs, better school attendance, higher levels of self-esteem, fewer emotional and behavioral problems, and less likelihood of obesity or abuse of drugs and alcohol. Established in 1920 and headquartered in Indianapolis, Indiana, the National Federation of State High School Associations is the national leadership organization for high school sports and performing arts activities, building awareness and support, improving the participation experience, establishing consistent standards and rules for competition, and helping those who oversee high school sports and activities. The NFHS attempts to minimize risk of participation for students through rules writing, injury surveillance, and utilizing the best practices from the medical community. Learn more about the NFHS today. Take part. Get set for life.
It's Waynesville with the kick. Hillcrest has it. Back in focus. Hornets will make it to their own 45. 12 seconds remain in the first half, so enough time to get a few passes downfield and make something happen. That'll bring up first and down for the Hornets. Well, honestly, I don't know what's going on at this moment here. Tigers don't know what's going on either, so we're just going to be happy whatever's going on. The ball does get past. The wrong guy got tackled. And that's going to run the clock out, so that'll bring us into halftime here. Tigers up 45-6. Well, we're going to take a quick break real quick, and we're going to see what the homecoming is going to be like, but we will let you know.
Questions about the coronavirus?
I'm here to share some simple steps you can take to help protect yourself and others.
Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Wash your hands often with soap and water for 20+ seconds.
Cover your cough or sneeze with a tissue.
Clean and disinfect surfaces and objects. Wash hands after touching commonly used items.
Together, we can help slow the spread.
Go back and change the beginning, but you can't start where you are and change the ending. And her favorite memory in high school so far would have to be cheer practices or football games. Freshman attendant, Journey Price. And our next freshman attendant is Emily Wilson. Emily is being escorted by her father, Casey Wilson. And she's involved in basketball and volleyball here at Hillcrest. When asked who the hottest man on earth is and why, she said Matthew McConaughey, because he ages like fine wine. And what does a freshman know about fine wine? I'd really like to know. But anyhow, if Ellie was ever stranded on an island, the one thing she would want to take with her would be her Bible, because it would allow her to stay close to God and give her hope. Her favorite memory in high school so far would have to be taking for playing volleyball. Freshman attendant Ellie Wilson. Next we have sophomore attendant Christine Berger. She's escorted by her father, Sergeant Stephen Berger. Now she's involved in cheer and choir here at Hillcrest. Asked about if she could have any superpower, what it would be. She said to speak every language because I love talking. And I could talk to anyone in the whole world. It would make international travel so much easier. Christine could only eat one food for the rest of her life. She'd eat sandwiches because there's so much variety. If she wanted a different food, she'd probably get a sandwich of it. Her favorite memory so far in high school would be all the inside jokes that she has with her friends, specifically Emily. And it's a blue day. Sophomore attendant Christine Berger. Our next sophomore attendant is Hayden Baker. It's being escorted by her father, Travis Baker. She's involved in track and volleyball here at Hillcrest. And when asked what her most embarrassing moment she's had here at Hillcrest, she said, I ate a year-old expired donuts at a tournament. And what happened next? Well, I'll let you guys guess. And Halen says the hottest man on earth would have to be her boyfriend because he's smart, tall, and his sense of humor is questionable, but that's funny. Her favorite memory so far in high school would have to be going to a track meet last year or having Coach Coleman teach her how to do the triple jump.
So even if he comes back up here to check on us, he should see. He's going to see you guys. Hopefully he stays down there because he's doing a job right now.
Junior attendant is Cena Martinez.
Yes, ma'am.
I'll just say you needed help. She's so sexy.
You see, there's also the football manager and a member of cabinet. And when asked what her dream vacation would be and why, she said Paris, France.
Let's go, Yesenia!
Now, when Yesenia was little, she wanted to be a teacher when she grew up. Her favorite memory in high school so far would be getting to meet so many new people. Junior attendant Yesenia Martinez.
Right? It's not Yesenia, right?
Next,
Okay.
junior attendant Lauren Jackson. Escorted by her father.
We'll just say you needed help.
Okay, Donnie better.
Right, we'll just say you needed help.
And she's also a member of cabinet. Now, when she asked if she could only eat one food for the rest of her life, what would it be and why? She said, I would eat ramen noodles with hot dogs because it never gets cold. Yeah, say that after 2 weeks. And the one thing Lauren would take with her if she was stranded on the island would be a fishing pole, so she can catch fish for food and still have fun doing it. And her favorite memory in high school so far would be to be when she watched Bring It On with a whole cheer team and her coach. Junior attendant Lauren Jackson. And our senior queen candidate is Michaela Ewell. Michaela's being escorted by her father, Sam. She's cheerleading and softball player here at Hillcrest. And that's what her favorite inspirational quote is. She said it was, this too shall pass. That came from Coach Hardy, and it just pops up in my head every time something happens. And when she was little, she wanted to be a Dallas Cowboy cheerleader.
I really hope they
And
don't
she's
wear
still
these
considering
kind
it
of
today.
dresses.
And her favorite memory of high school would have to be the time when the softball team went to McDonald's after a game, and Maddie, Sarah, Paige, and I were laughing so hard, Maddie peed her pants. Maybe shouldn't have told that one, okay, hon? So anyhow, Michaela's advice would be to underclassmen that future boards would be, don't have any regrets. Live life to the fullest and make memories that last you a lifetime. Senior queen candidate Michaela Ewell.
You all are so sexy and almost everywhere.
Our dress is so
Lotion.
Right, isn't it her dress pretty? I don't care for her, but I love her.
Fuck the bitch. Look at the dress is giving.
And the heels, but they're like plastic heels.
She said, when I fell down the stairs in the student center and Dr. Kroll saw it. Now, Michaela thinks that Sebastian Stan is the hottest man on earth. And when asked why, she said, there's no need for an explanation. And her favorite memory of high school would be going so you can enjoy the rest of your life. Senior Queen candidate, Chloe Sutherland. So now please welcome the 2020 homecoming queen, Madeline Summers, to the field. Crowned this year's homecoming queen.
They used to only, like back in freshman year, when I used to do this stuff, I didn't work the camera, but
And ladies and gentlemen, your 2021 Regalia homecoming queen.
yeah, right
is-
back there. Good time.
You know, this reminds me
Anyways,
of a story. I'd like to share with
like
you.
I got
Oh,
special privileges,
maybe later.
and I never understood why.
LaQuayla, you all. Congratulations.
coronavirus.
I'm here to share some simple steps you can take to help protect yourself and others.
Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Wash your hands often with soap and water for 20+ seconds.
Cover your cough or sneeze with a tissue.
Clean and disinfect surfaces and objects. Wash hands after touching commonly used items.
Together, we can help slow the spread.
Back here, Springfield, Missouri, Hillcrest High School. We are back for second half action. Tigers up 45-6, and Tigers looking really strong today. They have come out, they have really just came out early and did the job. Want to thank American Family Insurance Agent Teresa Stafford for making this possible. Sponsor of our MISHA postseason competition, and Security Bank of Pulaski County for making all these Waynesville Tiger sports possible. We'll have hopefully some soccer next week sometime, and some more softball and maybe some more volleyball, so I will have all that updated. Tigers should be kicking where my camera was. We'll figure it out. But once again, if you're just joining us, Tigers in the orange, Hillcrest in the blue. And we may have we still have 3 minutes on the clock, so we'll be back in that 3 minutes. So now we're back, ready for second half action here. Tigers up 45-6 if you're just joining us on this lovely evening. We are live from Springfield, Missouri, bringing you second half football action. Tigers with the kick. We're going to have a flag. This will be probably illegal procedure on the Tigers. So they'll be kicked back. Someone offsides on the Tigers on the kick, not illegal procedure. So that will force a re-kick. Probably not the start the Tigers wanted to start this, but Waynesville has a 39-point lead right now. And ball is kicked again. Hornets have it. Hornets have room if they get to the outside. They're going to make it out to the 40. So 11. Oh, it is a running clock, so I need to catch up very quickly. And 1st and 10, so it is a running clock this half. Hillcrest coming in looking for their first win. They will have to continue to search. Unless something major happens here, they trail by 39 points. Tigers looking to pick up their 2nd win. That is complete. Number 7 for the Hornets. He'll pass the 50. That's going to be 2nd and 1. Ahern on the completion.
And that's good for a Hornet.
So Hillcrest coming out strong. Kind of like the little logo they have out in the Miller Field. It's different from the former logo.
So do you stream the game?
And 2nd down Hillcrest after the first. Whistle. And that penalty marker will not stop the clock apparently. So Hillcrest will go backwards on this. This is a running clock, so this will probably be a short half if Hillcrest does not score. They have to score to stop the clock. Small reminder, we'll be in St. Louis. We have a doubleheader at Gateway High School. Roosevelt and Vashon will square off. Vashon currently undefeated and was, I believe, state ranked at one point. And that's going to be 3rd and about 5.
Gets it inside the Tiger 45-yard line.
So we'll make it to the 45, past the 45. But they're 3rd and 5 coming up. Might have had a penalty that got away. That's incomplete. So 4th down comes up, 4th and short. Hillcrest may try to do a silent snap, draw the Tigers off sides to get the first. We're looking a little bit here at some of the upcoming area scores once we get a bit of a break here. I want to thank Security Bank Pulaski County and Teresa Stafford, insurance agent for American Family Insurance, for making this happen and all the postseason play. That punt is up. And that's going to bounce. Wow. They're going to get the 1-yard line.
And the Hornets are able to down that punt at the 1-yard line.
So that is a very good punt by Hillcrest. We're going to see if we can find some updated scores here. It's also a co-production of the Missouri Sports Network. Sure, check out the Scoreboard Guy High School Highlight Show on KICK tomorrow, I believe at 11, 10 or 11. I should know it, but I don't always know everything. Someone's agreeing with me. So Tigers line up there in their own. Well, they're going to get out. Well, they're going to gain a yard. So second and about 9. So you're looking at some area scores. Second quarter, Lamar 14, Cassville 0. Carthage 35-0 over Branson in the second. So the Tigers will probably top Branson in the standings temporarily. West Plains 19, Kickapoo 3 in the second quarter. And this might be nope, this is going to be a 3rd and 10. Joplin 21-7 second quarter over Willard. Webb City 14-3 over Carl Junction. Marionville 24-0 in the second. Lebanon 14, Glendale 8 in the second quarter. Ava 7, Salem 0. Thayer 14, Houston 0. Those are some of your ranked teams from the area. Camdenton 21-14 over Bolivar in the second. Tigers, we got a flag on the play. They're going to get about 11, 12 yards on this. Aurora 36-6. So that flag against Waynesville.
Half the distance to the goal line, which means it's going to move back about 1 1/4 inches.
1 1/4 inches, I like that. Nevada 24-0 Monette. Pierce City 21-2 over Clever in the second. Jasper 18-0 over Liberal. Stratford 21-0 over North Callaway. It's a long trip. And Summit Christian 20-0 over El Dorado in the first. Those are your score updates, provided by the Missouri Sports Network, of course. Tigers are going to get out of the end zone. They might get a first. They do get the first down, so this will 1st and 10 for Waynesville after the penalty. Clock is continuing to run. Well, I thought it was a first down, but maybe we had a flag on the play. So once again, Tigers, another penalty, which same difference. So we're going to still be 3rd and about 10. We'll say 11. Quarterback, he'll take it. He's going to be short, so this will bring up 4th down. 3:30 left in the third quarter. We are 4th and about 5. Tigers, I'm sure, will go for on. Well, I mean, I would in 4th down. You're not going to lose a whole lot here. You don't want to risk a bad kick out of the end zone, but you could always do that. And they do go for it. They're going to. Well, they're going to be. This might be a first. It's going to be close. The official right on the marker. And this is a first down for the Tigers. Wait, or is this first down for Hillcrest? It's first down for the Tigers. So, Tigers will continue the drive here.
The Tigers get that first down. Move the chains.
Tigers just getting off the field in the background. Good offense for Waynesville to get out of that. Waynesville with the drive. They're still on their feet. They're going to pick up about 4 yards. 2nd and maybe 7. Oh, this might be 6 or 5, but we're going to do 2nd and about 6. We might be done before some of the games get done with their first quarter, though some of the late 8 o'clock games that start. Heat has died down, so that ball loose. Tigers, they're going to take a fall on that. They're going to lose several yards. That's going to bring up 3rd and 8. This might be 4th and 8, actually. I have 3rd. But this might be 4th down. Nope, it's only 3rd down on the chain. So Tigers almost perfectly still. The catch is good. They're going to get some ground. They're still on their feet. They're going to pick up a first. So 40 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. Score will not change, it looks like, unless we get a big play out of something here. Tigers slowing things down. Only moved 30 yards, 25 yards in pretty much 12 minutes. Maybe 10. Hillcrest didn't have the ball too long to start this. Tigers, oh, they got room. He got 2 to beat. Tigers, he will be brought down past the logo. He'll make it in Hillcrest territory. And with that, we will go into the end of the third, 45-6. We'll be back after this 1-minute PSA.
Research continues to unearth the countless positive links between high school activity programs and education, including higher GPAs, better school attendance, higher levels of self-esteem, fewer emotional and behavioral problems, and less likelihood of obesity or abuse of drugs and alcohol. Established in 1920 and headquartered in Indianapolis, Indiana, the National Federation of State High School Associations is the national leadership organization for high school sports and performing arts activities, building awareness and support, improving the participation experience, establishing consistent standards and rules for competition, and helping those who oversee high school sports and activities. The NFHS attempts to minimize risk of participation for students through rules writing, injury surveillance, and utilizing the best practices from the medical community. Learn more about the NFHS today. Take part. Get set for life.
So back here, start of the 4th quarter. Once we snap, the clock will not stop, most likely. Tigers 45-6. Tigers in the orange. Hillcrest in the blue. Oh, got a whistle before the snap. Not sure what the whistle was. Oh, we're going now. And inside handoff. Tigers still on their feet. That's not Richardson. I'm not sure who that is, but he is going to be brought back for a loss. Oh, that is Richardson. So 2nd and 12. Loss of about 2. That was Richardson on the play. Richardson, big plays against Parkview in week 1. So Tigers line up. Fake handoff, quarterback keeper. He'll be brought down, a 2-yard gain. It's going to be third and 11. So 10.5 minutes remain in this ball game. The Tigers will pick up a victory here. They'll go back to Tiger Town happy. Tigers still on their feet. They are going to be brought back 4th and 10. So 4th and 10 for Waynesville. Not sure if we're going to kick this or go for it here. Either way, you give them the ball with that field position, you're not hurting nothing. So Tigers looking for, not sure what they're looking for something there. Oh, we got a timeout, I believe. Not sure who took it, but we do have a timeout, probably on the Tigers, so we're going to take a break.
Research continues to unearth the countless positive links between high school activity programs and education, including higher GPAs, better school attendance, higher levels of self-esteem, fewer emotional and behavioral problems, and less likelihood of obesity or abuse of drugs and alcohol. Established in 1920 and headquartered in Indianapolis, Indiana, the National Federation of State High School Associations is the national leadership organization for high school sports and performing arts activities, building awareness and support, improving the participation experience, establishing consistent standards and rules for competition, and helping those who oversee high school sports and activities. The NFHS attempts to minimize risk of participation for students through rules writing.
So back here, Hillcrest High School, Tigers 4th down. Looks like they're going for it, and they are. That is incomplete. Hillcrest will take over on downs. So that'll be 1st and 10 for the Hornets after the failed conversion there. Actually, a pretty good Tiger crowd now later in this ball game. Quite a few people came late, probably due to work and other such things. So Hillcrest lines up multiple receivers. This is obviously a pass. It is caught. Hornets have it. They are going to get close to the 40. They're going to be short a couple of yards, but they're going to pick up a big first down. Still make it in Waynesville territory. So Crest, couple good passes, got him some pretty decent yards. They had one earlier that brought him in the end zone. Hillcrest again, another good pass. He'll be brought down though. This is 2nd and about 10, maybe 9. I believe we've got an injury, so we're going to take a break here. We'll be here. We're gonna, looks like we're not. Player appears to be okay coming off the field. What do you mean room? So Hillcrest once again set to pass. 2nd and 10. Pass deep if he has it. That is caught. 1st and goal for the Hornets. So another big play for Hillcrest. A score would stop this running clock. Earlier we had a timeout for Waynesville. This is not a timeout currently. Hillcrest pass, he's open. And that is incomplete. So that'll bring up 2nd and goal. That one looked like it was on the ground. Earlier the catch, similar to that, I believe was caught. Once again, beautiful campus here at Hillcrest High School. Nice baseball field in the background with multiple softball uses. Hillcrest. That is caught. Hornets will Hornets will stop the clock there. That's a touchdown by the Hornets. So that'll make it a 33-point ball game here. So Hornets actually going for the extra point. First one was missed earlier. Untimed down coming up. Thank you, Security Bank and American Family Insurance, for all of the sponsorship for making these happen. Thank you, Waynesville and Hillcrest. And this is a cooperation with the Missouri Sports Network and the Missouri Sports Network. That is good. So 13 points now for the Hornets. We'll be back after this PSA.
Research continues to unearth the countless positive links between high school activity programs and education, including higher GPAs, better school attendance, higher levels of self-esteem, fewer emotional and behavioral problems, and less likelihood of obesity or abuse of drugs and alcohol. Established in 1920 and headquartered in Indianapolis, Indiana, the National Federation of State High School Associations is the national leadership organization for high school sports and performing arts activities, building awareness and support, improving the participation experience, establishing consistent standards and rules for competition, and helping those who oversee high school sports and activities. The NFHS attempts to minimize risk of participation for students through rules writing, injury surveillance, and utilizing the best practices from the medical community. Learn more about the NFHS today. Take part. Get set for life.
So 42. And life still in the Hillcrest Hornets here. They just came off a score. Okay. Apparently we had I don't know what happened, but whatever. Possibly a penalty on Waynesville. Tigers pick it up. They're not going to gain any yardage on that. 5:44 remains in the ball game. So we have we don't have a timeout. I don't think we do. Tomorrow, join us from live on here. We'll be live from St. Louis Gateway STEM High School with Roosevelt and Vashon to start our doubleheader for Saturday. Our host, Gateway, they will host Carnahan. Tigers coming out in a hurry here. Shot clock down to 9. Tigers have the ball. They have the ball's loose. Hillcrest will come away with the ball. And the Hornets will pick up a 1st and 10 now from inside the 20-yard line. They are actually close to the 10-yard line, so Hillcrest has a little bit of resurgency coming up. Hornets are 0-4 on the season, but showing some spunk out here. They are doing very well. Hillcrest lines up again. 3 receivers on the right. They're throwing center. That is caught for a touchdown. Oh, that's going to be a 1. So 1st and goal from the 1-yard line. 5:28 left.
Bro, these cameras are
so Hillcrest lines up. Almost a quarterback forward fall can get a 1st down here. Touchdown. And that'll make it 45-19. So Hillcrest with a little bit of fight left in them here. They will continue to add to the score a little bit. So 5:09 on the official clock. Extra point attempt is up. It looks good. So that'll make it 45-20. So Waynesville might want to start thinking about running the clock down. And figuring out where, there we go. Coming here from North Springfield area here, Hillcrest High School. Hillcrest starting to get a little bit of momentum going. 2 quick scores and not very much time. Tigers needing to do something. Say Coach Joe Haynes, very good coach here. He's turned around this program from, we'll just say, the dark times. The 20-whatever game losing streak they had for a while, which was broken over a win by Hillcrest, by the way. And that's a short little kick. Tigers will come away with it. They're still on their feet. They're going to fall just past the 40. 1st and 10 from the 43-yard line. 5:03 remains in the 4th quarter. Tigers still heavy to win this, but 4 scores could do it still. Possibly 3 if you get all your 2-point conversions. Something questioning why Hillcrest didn't do a couple 2-point conversions, but 5:03 left. Waynesville can force them to use their timeouts, but Hillcrest still has 3, so they'll have to play a little bit. Snap to the QB, pass. Tigers. Hornets defense is there. Loss on the play. That will bring up 2nd. Oh, 2nd, and it's more than 7. I went the wrong way. 2nd and 14. And the clock was stopped at 50 seconds. Now a clock's going. One of those games, just want to kind of keep that clock moving and run the clock out almost at this point. Hillcrest, if you let them hang around, and if they had a few more scores, they'd be right here in this contest. And another loss on the play. So that's going to bring up 3rd and 17 or 18. But that will run the clock under 4 minutes as they can use the play clock. They still got 23 seconds. So Tigers have the clock on their side, barring a turnover. But the Kansas City Chiefs had a little blunder that cost them a game, so things have happened. And we're going to have a timeout. So we'll be back in 1 minute.
Research continues to unearth the countless positive links between high school activity programs and education, including higher GPAs, better school attendance, higher levels of self-esteem, fewer emotional and behavioral problems, and less likelihood of obesity or abuse of drugs and alcohol. Established in 1920 and headquartered in Indianapolis, Indiana, the National Federation of State High School Associations is the national leadership organization for high school sports and performing arts activities, building awareness and support, improving the participation experience, establishing consistent standards and rules for competition, and helping those who oversee high school sports and activities. The NFHS attempts to minimize risk of participation for students through rules writing, injury surveillance, and utilizing the best practices from the medical community. Learn more about the NFHS today. Take part.
It's back here, 3:48 remains in the ball game. Tigers 3rd and long. Another handoff. Another loss on the play. This is going to... Oh, clock does continue to run, though. This will be 4th and whatever the number is now. It actually may just be 14. We'll just stick with 14. That's a good number. Tigers, they're going to be able to run this clock pretty close to 3 minutes. Punt is up. So that'll knock out about the 42-yard line. We'll be back with more football in just about 30 seconds.
Innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 290,000 participants here in Missouri who take part in high school sports or activities.
So back here, Hillcrest pass is complete. It's going to be a first, ball out of bounds. It's going to, oh, not a first, but it's going to be 2nd and about 8. 2nd about 2, 8-yard gain. I would say it's been a long day, but it's been a really short night, actually. We're normally in the 2nd quarter right now. Maybe just starting the 3rd. And flag on the play. So it's going to move Hillcrest back a couple. So that's going to make it about 7 or so. That's what it looks like, 2nd and 7. And thank you for joining us again, the almost 50 people that's watching. Once again, thank you, American Family Insurance, Teresa Stafford, and Game of the week sponsor, Security Bank of Pulaski County. Gonna try to get us a good game next week. We may have I'll have all that out. That's a first. Only burned off 8 seconds on the clock on that one. So Hillcrest still on the move. They're still wanting to get a score. Tigers could, well, Tigers still have the advantage. They can control the clock once they get the ball. That's caught. Now that will keep the clock running, or will it? Oh, well, not till the chains are set. Now we're going. So 1st and 10 once again. Hillcrest on a roll. JV kids getting some good experience out there for the Tigers. Once again, Monday we'll have JV in Waynesville. Freshman game will be here if there's one. Incomplete. And we got a player. Nope, he looks like he's okay. So 2:23 remains in the ball game. 2nd and 10 now. Hillcrest pass again. So that will stop the clock once again. 2:18 on the game clock. That'll bring up 3rd down for the Hornets. Once again, we will see you all tomorrow. Or I will see you all tomorrow, hopefully, from our game in St. Louis. Hopefully you'll join me for the doubleheader. Hillcrest lines up, multiple receivers again. They're going, I'm sure, for the end zone. Wide open. Hornets will pick up the 1st down. So that's going to be 1st and goal for Hillcrest. Or it should be 1st and goal. It is 1st and goal.
What's her name?
And now the clock continuing to go. Hillcrest working against the clock, really. Hillcrest has it. That is caught. Touchdown, Hornets. So Hillcrest will continue to have some fire or hot play here. They are on fire right now. 1:56 remain in this ball game. Hillcrest with the touchdown. That'll make this a 19-point ball game, but I don't know if you can score 156 very efficiently. That would be tough, and this one may not go well. That pass is up. So incomplete, and with that, we'll be back in 1 minute. Waynesville 45, Hillcrest 26.
Research continues to unearth the countless positive links between high school activity programs and education, including higher GPAs, better school attendance, higher levels of self-esteem, fewer emotional and behavioral problems, and less likelihood of obesity or abuse of drugs and alcohol. Established in 1920 and headquartered in Indianapolis, Indiana, the National Federation of State High School Associations is the national leadership organization for high school sports and performing arts activities, building awareness and support, improving the participation experience, establishing consistent standards and rules for competition, and helping those who oversee high school sports and activities. The NFHS attempts to minimize risk of participation for students through rules writing, injury surveillance, and utilizing the best practices from the medical community. Learn more about the NFHS today. Take part. Get set.
So kicked by the Hornets. We get a flag. This will be false start on Hillcrest. So that will move them back.
And we got currently going against the Hornets. Going to move it back 5 yards again.
Tigers will pick up a victory here. They'll move to 2-3 on the season. Hillcrest will fall to 0-5. So Hillcrest, another kickoff coming for after the penalty. And that kick is deep. It's going to roll into the end zone. Tigers will get the ball. 1st and 10 from the 20. We'll be right back for the game here.
Have questions about the coronavirus?
I'm here to share some simple steps you can take to help protect yourself and others.
Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Wash your hands often with soap and water for 20+ seconds.
Cover your cough or sneeze with a tissue.
Clean and disinfect surfaces and objects. Wash hands after touching commonly used items.
Together, we can help slow the spread.
Tigers with the snap. They're still on their feet. They're still on their feet. They're going to fall inbounds. So clock will continue to roll. Nope. Clock is stopped on the scoreboard here. Oh, it's a first down. Didn't look like he got the first, but good run for the Tigers. So 1.5 remain in the contest. Waynesville using the play clock. I'm sure we're not passing the ball any. Hillcrest still has 3 timeouts if they want to use them. Tigers on their feet. They're going to pick up about 5. So 2nd down coming up. 1 minute remain in the ball game, so 1 more first down will do it, or if Hillcrest doesn't stop them, they can take a couple plays and finish this ball game. So with 20 seconds to go, Waynesville taking their time. Tigers could almost even take a penalty here, let the clock run all the way, but there's really no reason to. They do have the ball. They're free still. Richardson stays in bounds. Clock continues to run. That's a first down. And with that, that will be a final here from Hillcrest High School. Thank you for joining us. The Tigers pick up a 45-26 victory from Springfield, Missouri here. Have a great night. We'll see you later. Thank you, Security Bank. Thank you, American Family Insurance Agent Teresa Stafford. See you all tomorrow.